Today I'm joined by Nigel McCarthy, Director of Education for the Lloyd Catholic School Division. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thank you for having me here today. It's a wonderful time to get to sit and talk about the year.
Exactly. It's the holidays. We're here to talk about everything lively that happened during the year for the Lloyd Catholic School Division. To start, I really want to just get your personal emotions tied towards the year of 2024.
Well, I think 2024 has really been a year of hope, where we've been able to look forward, not only with what's happening in schools, but what's happening with the growth of our community, and so much charity and volunteerism that we're seeing not only with our kids, but also with parents coming into our schools and being part of everything that we do.
I want to jump into some of the community aspect of the year. Father Gorman's Playground is the main topic that I wanted to talk about. Such a turnaround from what was tragedy to what turned into a new playground. So can you talk a little bit about the behind the scenes work and to what we have today?
Well, I think first, all of our schools and Father Gorman are really a gift to our community, and what we discovered in responding to this event was how much the community values what goes on at Father Gorman School. Our business community, engaged by our trustees and our both sides of government, really just immediately stepped up and stepped to the fore. I had calls from people who grew up in Lloydminster who, now live in Red Deer or further away, and said, how can I help? So within a few weeks, we had a new playground ordered. And then by Thanksgiving, it arrived. And then 9 days later, we were finished a playground. So it's only when a community comes together like that that you can really do something that usually takes a year or 2 years in a matter of weeks. And really it was just a gift to all the teachers that work at Father Gorman, and they spoke about this, that it really felt like this was a time where what we do every day was just appreciated by everyone that's attended that school in the past. And the little boy who jumped up and said, best day ever, the day that we opened up the playground, summed it up better than even I could.
And it was just a great gift to the community. I wanted to pivot to Holy Rosary High School, and just the high school as a whole is constantly going through expansions, getting things added to it. Can you talk about Holy Rosary throughout the year?
Well, Holy Rosary has now grown to 1,203 students this fall, which becomes a really big school. It's the size of a small town. And all the things that are going on there day to day, that we discover new and creative ways to engage with our kids. This year it's been new golf. We'll be opening up a rowing center in the new year for university level rowing. Our teachers engaging with the advanced placement programming, which is more popular than ever, and our students, 72% of our students heading off to college after graduation. And I mean, the class of 2024, when you went to the graduation, you could look across the gymnasium and see kids who are artists, who are artisans, who are academics, who have this incredible future in front of them. And for all of us, those that began with them in kindergarten, to those who taught them in grade 9, to those who watched them graduate, it really is a gift to be part of teaching in this community.
That's a great sentiment there. I wanted to pivot, since you were mostly talking about academics there, but the Lloyd Catholic Division is very known for their sports in the community. Can you talk a little bit about how the athletics were for the year?
Well, getting to host a provincial tournament this fall, and seeing kids from across the province walk into Holy Rosary, and to begin that whole weekend with hundreds of families coming to visit us, just with a prayer where everybody stood up, and then watching those teams compete for the whole weekend, and seeing our boys measure themselves, and indeed as our girls have measured themselves with competition from across the province was something special for our community. I got to drive to Grand Prairie and watch our senior boys football win the provincial championships against their rival for many years, Cochrane. And that was a special moment too, not only for all of us in the stands, but I think, for our coaches and our grade 12s and all of our kids. A snowy day in the north of the province, and to get to compete in that way and come out on top was incredible. But it's not just that. It's the kids training for cross-country running. It's the students who are starting out now their basketball season. It's just an exciting place to be. And all of that foundation is really built in our elementary schools' athletics programs, where kids learn resilience, where kids learn how to win and sometimes how to lose. And through that, build the character of champions.
Perfect. I like that sentiment there. That covered all of my questions that I had for the year. Were there any last points that you'd like to make? Anything that we might have missed regarding the year, and then also looking forward into the new year, if there's anything to note there?
Well, I think in a year like this that's been so full of hope, it's really the hope that comes from charity. And we've seen throughout the fall so many charitable endeavors building the capacity and character of our students, whether it's our Halloween for Hunger program that the community supported for food banks across the city, where we do our Christmas concerts and there's a little 50-50, or where we do our Mass and our kids bring their donations up to the front, something that they brought in. All of these things that show charity, build a community and a better Lloydminster in the future, where we learn that the person across the street or the person that we've never spoken to has the gifts that come out of our system and from our children with them here at Christmas. And I hope that as we move forward into the season of Christmas here, that hope and that charity is really what marks us in the days to come.
Perfect. Well, that covers everything there. Thank you so much for coming down to the station to recap the year with me.
Well, thank you very much for hosting us, and again, a Merry Christmas to you and your family.